In the heart of New York City, beneath the towering skyline and blinding neon signs, lived a man named Graham Ellis. Graham was a self-made millionaire in his early 40s. Tall, lean, and dignified with flecks of gray in his neatly kept beard, he dressed in custom suits and drove a sleek, obsidian-black Aston Martin. But few knew his past. Born in a rusted trailer on the edge of a dying steel town in Pennsylvania, Graham grew up with holes in his shoes and hunger in his belly. His mother, a waitress at a local diner, worked double shifts, often going without meals just so Graham could eat. "Kindness is a currency the poor understand best," she once told him. Now, decades later, success had polished him, but the memory of poverty remained etched deep in his bones. One autumn morning, Graham sat in his high-rise penthouse, sipping coffee that cost more than his mother once made in a day. He glanced down at the bustling streets and thought about how different his life could have been. That's when an idea struck. He wanted to revisit the world he had left behind, to see if the values his mother had taught still existed. Were people still kind when there was nothing to gain? Graham devised a plan. He dressed in tattered jeans, scuffed boots, and an old bomber jacket. He left his watch, phone, and wallet behind, just $3 in his pocket. He hadn't looked this poor in decades. With a baseball cap pulled low and a scruffy beard untouched for days, he looked like someone barely scraping by. Graham walked into Maggie's Diner, a humble 24-hour eatery tucked between a laundromat and a pawn shop on the Lower East Side. The bell above the door jingled, and heads turned briefly before returning to their coffee or pancakes. Behind the counter stood Eliza, a young woman in her late 20s. She had curly auburn hair tied up in a bun, tired hazel eyes, and a name tag that had lost its shine. Her apron was stained from long hours, and yet her smile was the most genuine thing Graham had seen in years. "Take a seat anywhere, hon," she said warmly, handing him a menu that had more grease than print left on it. Graham sat in a corner booth and watched her serve others with unshakable grace, helping an elderly man cut his eggs, offering a free slice of pie to a crying child, even tucking a few dollars into the tip jar for a fellow waitress. When Eliza finally made it to Graham's booth, she noticed his appearance. "You okay?" she asked gently. He nodded. "You look like you haven't had a hot meal in a while." He shrugged. "Just passing through. Got a few bucks. What can I get for $3? Eliza paused, then looked over her shoulder. "Tell you what, the special's on me. You just promise to pay it forward someday." Eliza returned with eggs, toast, hash browns, and coffee. Graham was stunned. "You don't even know me. Why would you do that?" She smiled as she poured the coffee. "Because I've been where you are. And someone did it for me once." As he ate, he asked her questions about her life, dreams, and struggles. She told him about her daughter, Lila, who was 6 and obsessed with drawing animals. About her second job cleaning offices at night. About how she once dreamed of going to culinary school but had to give it up when Lila's father left. Graham was moved. She didn't complain, just spoke with quiet resilience and a touch of humor. Before leaving, he thanked her sincerely and promised, "You'll see me again." She chuckled. "I'll be here, always am." A week passed. Eliza forgot about the scruffy stranger, until one morning, a black car pulled up outside Maggie's Diner. Out stepped a sharply dressed man, familiar yet refined. She gasped. It was him. Graham walked in with a confident stride and sat at the same booth. The entire diner went quiet. "Morning, Eliza." She blinked. You clean up nice?" He chuckled. "Told you I'd be back." He placed a check on the counter. Her eyes widened. It was a $50,000 check, made out to her name. "I want you to go to culinary school," Graham said. "I made it out because someone once believed in me. And I saw that same kindness in you." Eliza's hands trembled. I don't know what to say," "Just promise me something," he said. "Anything. Keep being the kind of person who gives before she has to. The world needs you." Months later, Eliza stood in a white chef's coat at the ribbon cutting of Lila's table, her new bistro, named after her daughter. Photos of her smiling with Graham now graced the walls. Not as a benefactor, but as a friend. Her life had changed because she showed kindness with no strings attached. And somewhere in the crowd, Graham watched from a distance, smiling. He had all the money in the world, but in that moment he felt like the richest man alive. As Eliza's story shows, kindness has a ripple effect. It costs little, but can change everything. What would you have done in her shoes? And more importantly, how do you treat people when no one's watching? Let us know in the comments. Your thoughts might just inspire someone else. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another powerful tale like this one. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that a simple act of kindness can rewrite someone's future. Until next time, keep spreading kindness, because you never know who's watching.